President Muhammadu Buhari says he wants to be remembered as a Nigerian president who fought corruption to a standstill, calling on Nigerians who are not involved in corruptly enriching themselves with public funds not to be afraid. During a press conference after the Indian African Summit, which took place in New Delhi, President Buhari said he will not lose sleep over criticism that he was being selective in the fight against corruption. Slow and steady. He called on the elites to encourage him to get whoever had compromised his position and the trust given to him. President Buhari told the gathering that he remained resolute in the fight against corruption and would want to be remembered for that when it is all said and done. His administration has three main focuses: security, economy, and fight against corruption. But he has roundedly been criticized by the opposition People's Democratic Party (PDP) as being selective in the fight. On the economy, critics of his administration said he was too slow in addressing economic and infrastructure in a country yearning for development, a criticism he has responded to saying, "They call me Baba Go Slow, but I will go slow and steady." Not about meeting deadline. The president must be bothered that the National Assembly has been polarized following his choice of ministers. While he was away, the PDP and the All Progressive Congress lawmakers were sharply divided over one of his ministerial nominees, Mr. Chubike Amechi. Following the confirmation of his ministerial nominees, President Buhari said he would prune down the number of ministers so as to be able to pay salaries. On whether there will be an extension of a 3-month deadline given by his administration to flush out Boko Haram from Nigeria's northeast, the president said that the target was to get rid of terrorists and not about meeting deadline. One of the main talking points at the one-day summit in New Delhi was the provision India had made for African countries. The nation said it had set aside over $10 billion grants for African countries. Wooing investors, President Buhari assured Indians and the international community of his administration's commitment to sustaining efforts aimed at making Nigeria an envy of all. He urged them to avail themselves of the conducive environment that will be created for investment to thrive. Buhari is a joker. He wants to be remembered for fighting corruption to a standstill. This is really interesting, very interesting one. When he was campaigning during the 2015 election, days before the 2015 election, he had about 7 point agenda, but he brought three to the forefront. That the main ones are these three, which is corruption, the fight against corruption, and the economy, and also the security, to bring security to a good level, to wipe out Boko Haram. All he was preaching that time: elect me, vote me, and Boko Haram will be a thing of the past. We don't need any prophet to tell us what the situation is right now. We're all experiencing it firsthand in one capacity or the other. The even interesting one is that no one is even immune, no one is exempted. Governors have experienced it firsthand. See the attack on NDA. It shows that our security architecture is nothing. It's nothing. It has collapsed. And President Muhammad Buhari, what he's saying here, I don't know what he's saying. He's stating that he wants to be remembered for fighting corruption to a standstill. Corruption. Corruption lives with President Muhammad Buhari. If we want to look at all of the federal agencies, NDDC, FIRS, EFCC, even the EFCC itself, that is the anti-graft agency for fighting corruption. That agency is corrupt as well. We saw what happened to Ibrahim Magu last year before he was removed. All Ibrahim Magu could cry to Nigerians about, well, he didn't even say a lot. He didn't come out open. He only just left Nigerians with a word that what he's going through right now is a case of dog eat dog. And that speaks volume. That tells us a lot that that organization, that agency is very corrupt. For Ibrahim to make that statement that he's just been victimized, it's a case of dog eats dog. A case of dog eats is that we're all corrupt. Our hands are all dirty. So why am I being the person being singled out? It was a Malami, Abubakar Malami, Attorney General of the Federation, that spearheaded his removal. wrote a recommendation to President Muhammad Buhari for him to be removed, and everything going on. So Magu already stated, it already made Nigerians aware that even this agency itself, it's corrupt, very corrupt. And Buhari is talking about he wants to be remembered for fighting corruptions. Well, the only thing Buhari will be remembered for is the hardship he brought upon the country, how he sponsored terrorism, Boko Haram, banditry for no reason. He doesn't want to proscribe the activities of bandits. They're still going to have meetings and negotiations with bandits. They know their hideouts, they know where they are, and these bandits are killing people daily in their scores. He doesn't want to proscribe the activities of bandits, but he's going after freedom fighters like Nnamdi Kanu and Sunday Igboho. Nigerians, he doesn't need to tell Nigerians what to remember him for. If he does the right thing, if he truly leads with like someone who wants to hold the whole country together, not just being president for Fulanis alone or for the North. If he's truly a president to the whole country, we'll know what we'll remember him for. He's not the one to be blowing his trumpet. Nobody's going to remember you for fighting corruption when you've not done anything in that regards. Nobody. What we're going to remember you for is your injustice, the marginalization, the foiling of the insecurity. Imagine the killings in Jos. That same Jos, a different community, Fulanis were killed. Buhari reacted immediately. The next day, another attack happened. Christians were killed. Buhari is mute. He went to mute. He has not said anything. Concerns have been raised that why is President Muhammad Buhari silent on this one? 35 persons were killed in a Christian community in Plateau State. President Muhammad Buhari is silent, and he's saying that he wants to be remembered for all of this. You are not the one to tell people what they will remember you for. You are not in that place. All you need to do your act. People will not what you have done will just be glaring. It will be there. People don't need to be thinking about it. And when it comes to the point that people stand and they'll be like, and they start thinking, what can I remember Buhari for? That means something is wrong. His act should be so glaring that everyone can pinpoint. What he can be remembered for is the genocide, the killings of innocent citizens. #EndSARS, the blood of innocent citizens. There are a lot of things, evil things to remember him for. Nothing close to fighting corruption, because he has not fought corruption. Rather, he has covered up corruption. He's covered the corrupt practices in his government. APC, these politicians, they are so corrupt. They stated that if you join the APC, your sins are forgiven. But if you leave APC, then they use EFCC is their tool that they use to hunt their opposition. Well, guys, let's hear your thoughts down below. What Buhari said he will be remembered for. Thank you once again for staying tuned. Please don't forget to like, share, and to subscribe. Till I come your way again with more updates. Bye.